Hello, I'm Stephen Monkey Mason, and welcome to the podcast for Anacondas, the hunt for the blood orchid. Now, this is a podcast. It's not a film. It's a podcast. It's still of me and my voice. So this is what to do. So, about to press play at 1. So, 3, 2, 1, play. Well, I wasn't going to do this. It's late. It's 11:30 at night. I've got some backing up to do. We're still in lockdown. It's been 6 months since I recorded the podcast. I had no intention of doing this. But I get a lot of questions on YouTube about this box set, what 88 films have brought out. And it's a lovely box set, mind. Artwork's amazing when you open the box set, and it's got the snake intertwining across the discs. So I've had questions about whether play in Canada. Might do. I've had a few Canadian films that work over here. It's depending on your player, really. I had one lad ask us a million different questions about the audio, so there's a massive fan base out there. Screen gems. But I think I wanted to see this at the pictures. Now, is this around the same time as Matrix 2 and stuff like that? I remember going into the gate at the castle and seeing the poster for it, and just seeing the hand reaching out in Anacondas. And as the last one, I reminisced a lot about seeing a lot of Anaconda coming out when I was going to New Zealand for the first time. This is Matthew Madsen. This is kind of a reminiscence of the first one with we got a tiger instead of a panther, a puma, panther. Yeah, no Danny Trejo. But yeah, I get a lot of questions about this online. I will apologise. I am tired. And I don't have Paul and Carl to help us out on this one. But about 3 nights ago, I had a few beers. Woke up the next day and Anacondas was on the television. That's what I chose to watch that night after a couple of beers. So the Scott Harrison commentaries, which is quite unique actually, I think. Scott Harrison is a film historian. He also a screenwriter. And he sat down, he did podcast, we did official audio commentaries for all 4 films. And when I was listening to his audio commentary today, you know, he's noted it, you know what I mean? He's done a lot of notes. Oh, here it comes. Run! There's a little bit of a remake from the first one. You know, you can tell he's reading off a script, and he's sat it down, make sure he's got all his facts and fiction. So if you do get the box set, do spend some time listen to him go through all them. Oh, the guy goes up. Stab. But yeah, they totally change up. Oh, he's off. Into the blood orchid. What I was going to say there, obviously they've went full CGI on this one. They used a lot of props and polystyrene heads and stuff for actors' point of views. They did a lot of this outer sequence. Yeah, I totally remember this the other night. I love the underwater scene stuff. But the practical head's gone. I thought Anaconda, like, we had so many movies after Anaconda, like Python and Boa. Python 2, Dwight Little. You had all these other films come out, and I thought the Anaconda head, you know, the yellow one for the first Anaconda, and then when it comes back the second time around, it's got the red streaks. Morris Chestnut, obviously they've went right. Ice Cube's in the first, Morris Chestnut's in the second. He's steadied along. Quite a lot of movies. He's been in the Heist, Scott Mann's movie. Matthew Marsden is in Rambo, but I can't really pinpoint anyone else. The lead guy, it just seems to be his hit wonder. I think he's an actor on television. I think he's an actor. See, I haven't done my research. I'm tired. It's a podcast. The Blood Orchid. Again, this reminds me a bit of Deep Blue Sea as well. The whole plot device that they're going to sacrifice it for the love of medicine. They go the beyond, you know, sales pitch. All their monitors randomly on the background. So since I recorded the first podcast for Anaconda. Paul Ray and Lubo Carl have joined me. We've been doing triple ones, or me and Paul have been doing Ghostbusters, and me and Carl's been doing stuff like Salon films. And this podcast really comes out of just killing some time in lockdown at the minute. Got me Hard Target podcast uploading. Seen him in something recently. Been watching a lot of X-Files, but again, it might be my drunk remembrance of the other night. I didn't see this at the pictures, as I say. I think it was short-lived. Remember a massive standee for it at the pictures, but I do have it on DVD, and it's an ex-rental one, and it's quite unique because it's red disc. Very, there was a batch of red. They had the red box, but then the discs were red with this blank font on. The rest are like red on top and red on bottom. Really cool. So it's really funky to keep in my collection. Nice shots there. They've put a lot of money into this, unlike the third and fourth, which were almost shot back to back, weren't they? But it's in that era where they were still trying to resurrect a few franchises before, like, the reboots, or before going to sort of South Africa and stuff, like the Tremor series, or like stuff like the Lost Boys, when they would come along and they would, they still think there was money in this. Obviously, they went for no stars. If you look at the first one and you think John Voight, Ice Cube, Jennifer Lopez, Eric Starks, big cast. Danny Sherdew, big cast. I mean, Danny Sherdew's really just a little supporting role in it, like. But Owen Wilson, you know what I mean, big cast. And then this, yes, they've went for quality actresses and stuff like that. Maybe it's out of season from TV shows, but Morris Chestnut and the other guy, not Marston, the camera guy, obviously from 8 Mile. Couldn't tell you his name, like. I will get on IMDb and just try and see what other people's famous of, but again, it's almost like, Anacondas itself is going to do it. Bangkok. Funky, funky, funky. Oh. I don't know if I fancy going to Thailand. I've been pretty much all the way around areas like that, but never been into Thailand itself. I am sitting on my editing chair. It has been sprayed with WD-40, not WKD, as I said in my last podcast. But again, just to put it out there as well, obviously my podcasts get a lot of love, but they get a lot of hate. Because, especially the time of lockdown, when people are just going on YouTube and clicking for a full film, it's a podcast. I just like to share my love for films and passion for stuff. So, again, it's quite a high budget film, location wise. Got a little bit of grain going on the telly I'm watching is always quite sharp with stuff. Again, just the miscast, that misassumption. Indonesia. So yeah, just trying to think of there hasn't really been a good I mean, a lot of films now like that, like Meg, big budget movie, big shark. But a lot of the good ideas normally just get spun out on a cheap budget. A good creature feature movie to me is a good, reasonable plot, and its mythology, and then just execution of the creature. I think the first one, the head, the whole the ribs and all that, the fucking coils and stuff, how they did that. Yes, it's an animatronic. Yes, it was very unpredictable, but it's there. Your mind knows it's there. But the bit where, what's he called? The guy goes off the boat when he gets attacked, and it's just the CGI has not held up. Even the guy coming off the tree. Again, the guy coming off the tree, he's been on loads as well. So the cast was huge compared to the cast the again, the shoots will be quite hard. I mean, look at that. If you're on that and it's, you know, you're not going to shoot that in the back a lot of fucking Universal, are you? Rainy season. Columbia obviously has invested a lot of money in Godzilla, so someone up there in the department with big on creature features. It sells, just needs done right. I think what's really weird about this as well is you don't know who's going to die in this. I think Scott Harrison says it as well. You always kind of forget who survives this. It's not like one, like Friday the 13th, where there's one only survivor. You know, it's kind of like the first one was a documentary about the Indonesian. Was it Indonesian? Chukwamama? Oh, God knows. I mean, it's quite familiar, that film in my head. But Shimashama. They're going downriver, so these are going downriver for the blood orchid. But the captain's not getting tricked this time. But obviously the turmoil comes from like the cast of greediness, you know. God, he comes off really slimy, him. But even he references George, you know, do it. Haven't seen him in anything really since Rambo. I'm sure he was in Emmerdale or something over here. He's one of the soap actors of England who sort of break out. Paul Nichols was somebody who came from EastEnders back in the day and was in a film called The Trench. And he was just, I remember on VHS it was like Paul Nichols, The Trench. And it got reissued on DVD and Blu-ray not long ago. And it's just Daniel Craig, Cillian Murphy, The Trench, and Paul Nichols' name's nowhere on the box. It's great to see English actors break out in Hollywood, but some just don't seem to make it, you know, across the pond. Like Danny Dyer. It's great that Danny's doing like stuff like EastEnders and stuff like that, but he never really broke Hollywood. Bob Carlyle, you know, he's done well for Hollywood, but few English actors just never get out there. Mainstream, I mean Jason Statham's. So again, like the first one, like we're going up river, we're going this way. He just wanted the wet season, so again, sort of puts a bit of a spanner in the works, so to say. Oh, tech savvy. I'm trying to think, it's gotta be Matrix 2. I remember the girl I went on a date with to see Matrix 2, and I remember walking out there. I remember going to see 8 Mile at the Pictures for work, and one of the lads had fell asleep all the way through the movie, so there would have been that era because we had like movie nights. But I was hyped for Anacondas. I don't think it's a bad sequel. I think the rest of the bit, it's a set of special effects. As I say, it's like, how do you... Oh, here comes a little scare. Obviously the monkey in the original, shot and used for bait. I mean, that's just grim, that, but it's the law of the jungle, that though. Imagine that though, getting on a boat and all that, and right, where are we going to sleep? I mean, that's dominance there. This is my bed. Little scare. I know we had the quick start, like, but it's got to be quite a while before somebody gets it. CDR's in there. Jumps on his shoulder, doesn't he? See? She's seen Outbreak. Get away from that monkey! It's probably the same monkey. Kong. Holy shit, man. Just transferred a file on my computer and it's 11 gig. What the fuck? It almost looks like the same boat from the original. I mean, if I want to shoot out there, I mean, this is sort of like they've got a reason to go. You know, the Anacondas back. Could the third one not have been? Could they took a cue from Jaws and had it like, we've captured 2. It'll have to be 2 Anacondas, and it's in the zoo, and one gets loose in the zoo. You know, that could be quite. We just do some quite big budget, but. Fucking nightmare. Oh, I don't like that tattoo. It's fresh. That's some black ink. So again, building characters, you know, you kind of look and go, right, these people are here to die. I mean, the slime there, I mean, taking a picture. I mean, that's just creepy. Likeable Ice. See, again, you know, like Ice Cube, I think was really good in the original Anacondas. And I think it's one of the reasons people like the movie. I mean, Jennifer Lopez is a massive, but they weren't joking around with the first one, especially the cast. I mean, John Voight's not gonna. He wasn't at the paycheck era then. You know what I mean? A fucking big movie, man. I'm not gonna lie, that could be filmed at Universal Studios. I remember going to Flamingo Land, and as a kid, there was like a ride like that, and they used to have all the things hidden in the woods, or like hippos coming out, and at the very end there was a fucking T-Rex sticking out of the wall. I always fucking remember that, and I went back in 2007. I wouldn't be surprised if one of the files I'm transferring a bit will be Flamingo Land, but I remember getting to the top, and obviously it shut this park. And I was devastated. I was like, this is where it was, because the river's there. And then as you started to look, you could see the statues just decayed, which was even more sinister in a way, that they were just creepy enough in the wood there, the tree line and stuff like that. Took a few pictures, video. I've got a Flamingo Land video on my channel, so check that out. I'll probably talk about that quite a bit more, but that's what that just reminded me of there. God, I wouldn't be drinking on a boat like that. I'd be alert. Like, it's like fucking anything can kill you out there. God, I couldn't have a pet in the jungle either. You'd just be like, because obviously here you think it's getting killed off, and I think you feel for. I mean, the thing is, I feel more for this monkey, believe it or not, getting killed there than later on when someone else gets killed. It's, you know, but comes back for a little scare. You gotta admit, that could happen. See, why would you have a monkey if you had a boat? It's too much responsibility. Well trained monkey though. Just that whole thing though, I mean, out in the wood, like jungle and that, and it's like, you see all these big cities, I mean, some cities are fucking massive. And you look at some of these areas, like in Asia or even like South America, I mean, get in Africa, you know, like, again, it's just like the law of the jungle kind of thing, where the food chain, the animal food chain, it's just insanity. That stuff gets eaten and stuff, it's just, oof. I mean, that's a pretty cool effect. And you're like, oh my god, you're praying for the monkey. I mean, the snake's head should have been in there by now. That shot was the wrong way around, I think. So the snake was going in, and then the monkey screams, and the snake head comes in. But yeah, just give you a bit of a red herring here, thinking that the monkey's died, and it's creeping up there. I mean, to me personally, the special effects are just too shiny. Oh. But he comes back. Don't know what happens at the end of the movie. I have to keep an eye on him. But yeah, just the special effects were too shiny there. I was looking for do. Again, playing cards, it's more realistic than the guy playing fucking golf on the first one. I mean, talk about like taking that character to the fucking pompous extreme, like, fuck. Oh, that got in my pocket. Oh. Christ, he's even got fucking... Actually falls off the boat, doesn't she? Again though, set up before them two on the phone, and then she's trying to get there and doesn't really pay attention. I mean, look at the man holding the phone up there, doesn't want to lose the phone. Now, I haven't seen it. I don't know if it exists in the same law. It should do. Oh, perfect python. Is it Anaconda versus Lake Placid? I want to say it is, like, but obviously crocodile versus man, and Anaconda takes a bite at the crocodile, like, but so in the first movie, again, he goes for a swim, trying to fix and moving the bushes there. They've red here and all. I mean, again, would it not made more money if they cast somebody bigger? But obviously they took the risk for the actor. I mean, I think he does a good job, but looking back, it's a kind of role where you'd think he was playing that role now would at least be in a few more memorable movies. He has been in some, but I can't think off the top of my head. I mean, he's fucking pretty badass, fucking knifing a crocodile with the fucking head. I mean, kind of goes death roll, but kind of like goes right. You know, he should have just saved her. Did he have to fucking? It's kind of, you don't have that in the first film. Like, don't worry, he's just going to take out a crocodile. And crocodile dead. Nice shot, that. I see they had all the right equipment, all the right cameras. It's an error, totally relying on CGI though. It was all storyboarded and animated before they went away, so they know what shots they needed to get. Models, designs. I mean, again, going back to the Anaconda and like having the yellow stripes and then the red stripes. They looked at an anaconda as a character. They didn't look at it as go right. This is what an anaconda really looks like, because kind of like character, funny looking in it, with its eyes and stuff. So they looked at rattlesnakes, they looked at pythons, and the director and the artist went, right, I like them eyes, but then I want this, and then I got that head, and they were on about how they didn't want to alienate it, but I just don't think it looks as like vicious. I think the trademark are going, oh, that's the anaconda, you know. It's just totally gone with this. There isn't a main one in it. There's just anacondas again. There's a load of them. A fucking orgy at the end, but there isn't one what's basically like fucking stalking them, like Bruce the Shark and stuff. Oh, let me my phone. We'll get IMDb on the go. I'm not going to look at facts and stuff, so... IMDb. Anacondas. The artwork's always... It's changed from like a hand reaching out with the eyes above it used to be, to now just a face peeking out. Oh god, I didn't realise it was on for an hour and 37 minutes. So Morris Chestnut is the top bill cast on IMDb. There he is. Johnny Mesler, profile picture on IMDb is him with the monkey. Is actually on the screen right now. That is trippy as shit that has just happened. Born 1970. He's known for being in Running Scared, Hostage, Tears the Sun. Hostage is a great film. Clover, Final Kill, Beyond the Law. Oh yeah, he's on the front cover of Beyond the Law, which just come out. Steven Seagal movie. He's worked a lot. Is that the fucking Miz? No. He's been on a lot. Well, he's been on a lot of movies, but again, going back to like, seemed to work with Seagal and Willis, and fell into that kind of like straight to films like The London. He's in there. One, Danny Glover, Vinnie Jones. He had a brief sprint in The Equalizer, Officer Down. G.I. Joe. So he's been on a lot, but this is the one where he's the main star. Fucking hell, Matthew Modson doesn't look anything like he does on his fucking profile picture. Oh yeah, he was in Extraction, Resident Evil, Black Hawk Down, Bounty Killer, Savage Dog, or Mr. Scott Atkins. Again, mainly known through TV, I think. Coronation Street is what he was in. Man, saying that Dead Man. So there's a movie called Dead Man with Johnny Depp, and it's so popular in New Zealand. Carl Yen, Real Steel. Again, a lot of the cast of steady workers. They've been in a lot of stuff like Arrow and all around. I just think, I mean, Johnny Mercer, if that's his fucking, how you say his name, hasn't went on to have another big star role like this, so maybe it's the time they could have cast somebody to get that little bit extra draw, I think. But I'm not saying he doesn't do a good job, he does. Freezing cold bottle of Coke in a glass bottle. It's definitely summer pop. So we've had one guy killed at the start. We're half an hour in. You've got me for another hour and 6 minutes on this podcast. Please feel free to like and dislike. I don't care either way. I do care if you like them, but I'm not going to stop doing them if you give us the thumbs down for that. So we've had nothing to do. We've had a bit of reveal. We've had a bit of suspense. We've had a bit of character development. He's the slidey guy. This guy's fucking John Rambo. I mean, generally who he wants to be. Making deals and stuff like that. Again, he's a sea merchant. When it comes to the two girls, you've got the blonde who's probably had a thing. Girl who wants to have a bit more power. Willing to just jump ahead of anyone. Boat sidekick. Cameraman, tech guy. Morris Chestnut and that. Yep. So again, it's a kind of the same amount of people as the first one, so very grainy on that screen. It's quite a sharp screen, like. But no, back to the box set. I mean, I think with this you only get like a mini making of, but again, the third and fourth are on one disc. with 88 films. I paid full price when it came out. Yes, I got a bit of discount with my job, but it has dropped considerably in price since then. Also recommend you picking up the Hollow Man box set if you get it as well. 88 Films have done a great job of that. It's weird what they've done with the Hollow Man box set because you get 3 discs. So you're talking about Anacondas 3 and 4 being on one disc. Hollow Man just basically comes, the Blu-ray comes with exactly the same content as its original DVD. Great commentary, a lot of behind the scenes features, and then the uncut version comes on another disc, and it's only like 12 minutes longer. But like, I'm sure they could have fit that on one disc. Then you got Hollow Man 2, which is brilliant because the end fights two invisible men. So again though, it's another franchise where Paul Verhoeven made a fucking belter. Kevin Bacon's never looked creepier, and you know, that's a look at like, right, we'll do a Hollow Man 2, but they don't really go for the full pictures because again, just capitalization. It's either going to go to the pictures and they're going to have a great hit, or it's going to go to DVD and even probably have a third installment quite soon and cheap if the second one follows through. So it's just a sign of the times. Now, the boat never bit it in the first one, but it's about to bite in this one. I've just recently watched was this not filmed in New Zealand? Because it's just remembers that I watched Without a Paddle recently, and then the audio commentary for Without a Paddle's fucking class because it's got the cast sitting down doing a video commentary which pops up from side to side, and it's all filmed in New Zealand but obviously set in Middle America kind of thing. So I just had a funny feeling that this is actually filmed in New Zealand, which I've actually been to New Zealand between these two podcasts, from the original of this one. Yeah. There you go. The waterfall that I'm watching right now was filmed in New Zealand, Oklahoma City, Fiji. Fucking hell, sorry. So they've probably done bits and bobs in the studio, but mainly in Fiji. Fucking Fiji's a long way out, like. Again, though, it's another thing you got to look at. Well, people, when you do films like this, you got to look at actors and you bring them across, and you got to go, right, we're going to be in Fiji for 4-5 weeks, and some people can't commit to it. They can commit to a film on a studio set between projects. Oh yeah, I'm like, you know what I mean, they get the schedule and they like might have a week of work, then they might not be needed for 2 weeks. And some actors do just jump over and just appear in other films. Again, that goes down to your agency, your management, and just word of mouth between actors and people you used to work with, you know. I mean, the shots of it going down underwater, the great, the full back shot of just the waterfall and the boat added in doesn't look great. But I love the camera just bobbing above the water. But I've been to a waterfall in New Zealand. It wasn't that high. It was pretty high, like. It just says waterfall exteriors. It doesn't say. I stopped at a waterfall on the way down to Hamner. Just says exterior waterfall. So. So yeah, take out the boat. Force them to go on foot to still get it, but again though, in this movie, going back to, like, I mean, you just see the tail there. That's really cool. That now, that give you props there. But if you look at this movie and went, well, it wasn't Anaconda, it'd be a bit of an action movie, and then you could just have the snake in one scene and that'll be it. It's been treated like a quite a... It just puts them in the situation, doesn't it though? It's not the waterfall I was at because there was you could get right under it. And there's no way they were getting rid of them rocks. Fuck it hell. Oh, the flares are hidden in the most peculiar place, isn't it? Pretty hard fall, like. Oh god, that looks grainy. So this is one person was talking to us on YouTube about this, and he was he bought 2. He's gonna get them in Canada. I was like, oh, like fair play. It's a lovely box set, like. Again, though, it's one of those ones. It's a limit of 3,000 and stuff, but it's like, do you like get it when you can, or do you risk it, see if it drops in price? It's always the ones you don't think about dropping price, but then do you risk it? Was it the House That Dripped Blood, and is it Asylum? I remember at work I got like 8 copies of each in, and I don't know how we landed them in. And the next day this guy walked in and he bought all of them. He bought fucking 16 Blu-rays for 15, 20, maybe 20 quid a pop. And I was curious as to what's he done that for, and went and looked, and they were going for £60 on eBay. But they were going for £60 on eBay, but you could have still walked in the shop and bought them. You probably could have all across the country. But again, like certain stuff comes out in certain countries, and you know what I mean, people want them. I mean, there's a Johnny Mnemonic thing. I need to pre-order that. I'm going to have to message Brittany and ask her to pre-order that Johnny Mnemonic thing. But it's only out in Germany, so you know what I mean. Hiya, I'm still on this podcast. Forgot to pre-order that limited edition Johnny Mnemonic off that guy who did that artwork for us. So can you put a pre-order in, Puds? Bye. Thanks. There's God, he just looked right at the camera, didn't he? It's okay. Boat's fucked. Oh, look at the fucking monkey man with this thing. Fucking vast scale that, like. So yeah, no boat. Isolated. Man-made come to save them. But they're in the jungle. Scenes like this. Like, if I was a director. Which time I am. But like, I would find a hill and go, right, I would make them walk up the hill before they got to the take. At the top of the take, get the top of the hill, do the take. You fucking get a great performance out of people like that when it's fucking hot, hills, the climate. Fucking creep, man. I'm thinking, you know, like, you know, he's definitely gonna go first. She survives, doesn't she? And he survives, but he's like, you think he would be like cannon fodder, because there's 4 people. Is there 4? See, 4 survive out of this. Like, you'd think more. I mean, the guy on the boat that comes to save them, that just, you know, fucking hell. It's like the shark in Jaws of Revenge. It knows where you are. Like, you made a phone call. You're not getting out. Oh. Oh no, there's 3 different Johnny Mnemonics. €60 fucking. What? Sorry, I'm just looking about what this. It's in German. B. The green one, B. Yeah, the one would say €30, but it's the green one. So one of the lads who's done some artwork for us, he's done the artwork for. Oh, that shot's just amazing. That's just, I mean, that's inspired on the Blu-ray disc, that, but just that, and he's going doo-doo, and the fact that you can see it from the monkey's point of view. Yeah, he told us a while ago that he'd been commissioned to do the Johnny Mnemonic, which I have done a podcast for. He's done Johnny Mnemonic German release on Blu-ray, which is pretty cool, because Johnny Mnemonic doesn't get much love in the UK. I don't think you can even, you might be able to still walk in the main shops and pick it up. But he did an artwork, and it's just fucking class. So check out the Johnny Mnemonic on that one. That's fucking lovely, that though. You can buy both of them together, or it's a special site, but it's only limited to 500. So it says Johnny Mnemonic on the front. Johnny. See, it's got English. It's got English on it. Exclusive artwork. NOS 42 Designs, yeah. Fucking great artist, that guy, like. Yeah, there you go. He's dead. Does he? Is he dragged off camera, or is he like he pops up screaming, doesn't he? Fucking trick from Jaws, that at the very start of the movie, that totally. Oh, see. Oh, right. Nightmare that. Bit where he comes up the water, I thought was really good. I think, like, if you saw the anaconda reach around him and just slowly drag him away, I think that would have been very, very eerie, because they know there's something there. But to see the snake fly across the screen, chuck him up the air, fucking broad fucking daylight, everyone couldn't back the screen, his fucking body fucking ragdolling in the air, and then fucking flying off from him, you think, it's totally overkill. I mean, anacondas, you know, wrap around you, they're quite slow, methodical, you know, slowly like cracking, and yes it's a movie and yes it's that, but not like oh, it's just had a can of Red Bull, like fucking hunting season, motherfucker. But I generally think just simply pulling them back. Again though, goes back to the death of what the fuck was his name? Mendez, the creepy guy from the first one, the boat driver. Like he, I think he was. It's a very similar kill. It fucking shoots off from the side, it fucking rips it around, and Ice Cube's still got the best line in the movie. Sneaks out here this big, across the whole series. I think it's good as well that he does link the films together by him saying he knew a camera guy that this kind of thing happened to as well. I think that's a real nice little nod and dump in the head. All done. What? £36? £36? Fucking hell. Okay, I'm still on the podcast. Thank you. Love you. Bye. Fucking hell. See, I did the podcast for Striking Distance, ended up buying a quad poster. Yeah. I mean, it is out. It's out in June. Again, forward thinking. Order that now when I do the unboxing. I've got the artwork on my door. of his jaws. So tie the two videos together, promoting people's artwork, doing podcasts, getting grief off people. But again, that was a death at 45 minutes around. I mean, the 40-minute mark. And now it's just kind of like, well, he's gone, and then they just want to get to the blood orchid. Ooh, I don't like that delivery. Death would be for nothing. Sharknado? Shockma? No, there's a fucking movie. Shockma. £8 postage. Alright, well, yeah. £8 postage from Italy. I'll not be touching that fucker anytime soon when it comes. But anyway, cool. Join Mnemonic. Already done a podcast for it, but yeah, might be something I might revisit with Paul and Carl. I try to keep these to come out in order when they're recorded, but again, I got some feedback where someone said I generally think they should watch them in order, but some people is going to watch one. They might watch Predator 1, Predator 2, Predator 3. Yes, that makes sense. But then they might watch Join Mnemonic, then they might watch Hard Target, a new one. And there'll be a few year gap. So I try to keep it about the movie. Again, I do enjoy doing podcasts, even on my own. Again, I'm always multitasking doing something. So, but again, I normally rant away about my life, random curse and stuff, and ranting away and wobbling when stuff sort of steals down like it has done. You know, it's a conflict of the group. You know, he's desperate. Like, the main guy wants to get him off. He wants to get the orchid. He's going to split the group down. What's best? But then for 4 of them to walk away out of, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? So body count really low in this movie. There you go, he's just referencing name check the other movie. What, 7 of them? So 3 of them get killed and the guy in the boat. So there's only 7 people get killed in the movie. So she's kind of flicks between him to her to the other guy. It's, you know. I mean, he delivers, but it's almost like he's doing his best Jason Statham impression. Snow car. It hasn't fucking snowed in a couple of years. Oh, leech on his neck. Stand by me. I mean, again, stand by me, like, leech on the balls. Fucking leech. It's got one on the neck. Burn it off. Oh. Oof. Don't know. I think William Dafoe in Speed 2. They got a one on the neck. Again, great reaction shot by them. Oh, his feet. Oh, now worse than that though. It's like a double whammy, isn't it? So he sets up the spider here. fucking paralysed for 2 days. Oh. Again. Comes back. Lethal. Once we get the leeches, then we get the spiders. It's like, okay. Again, it's stalled though. I mean, it's went from that big scene with them, they've walked a little bit, and now they're having another rest. And it's leeches and spiders. Could the spider not have been in that last scene? And we didn't really need the leeches. Here comes the drunken sailor. I talk about this quite often, but I don't know how anyone can drink bottles of whiskey. I mean, I've got 2 bottles of Kraken rum, and I've had them, well, I've had one of them for 2 years, because I just hardly drink it. Got a quarter of it left, but the idea of just swigging down a bottle like that, that literally looks like the same scene from before. Well, you can hear his Kiwi accent. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. I mean, for that split second it didn't look right, and obviously a lot of it's off camera, and like the boat goes in there. I mean, he's gone. He just completely disappears in the next shot, so you don't see. Did the snake know? I mean, does he know that's what they're trying to do to get off the place? I mean, it's pretty bad writing in a way. Guy comes to get off the boat. That's all you need to do, because they were just there. And the guy's obviously a veteran of the fucking river. He's a river rat, you know what I mean? And he just happened to find the fucking broken bottle. That's a pretty bad bit of the movie. Like, they didn't need it. So shows the pan with is it the cell phone? Bray Wyatt's lamp. Gasoline. Just a shot of the monkey picking up a bloody torch. So, would it be Ross's monkey from Friends? I don't know. Would they really fly a fucking monkey all the way to Fiji? Found a flare gun. That's the phone the cunt didn't find. Nice little set though, that. No, that'd be a big ass fucking file, that one. Again, stalled again, sitting waiting. So, like, that second stop with the leeches and the spider, you could have had the leeches in the first bit, then you could have had the spider in this bit. Now it took it down to an hour and a half. So they're actually getting to meet the tribe. I mean, they're doing the original movie, but I think he's one of the best actors in it, actually. He definitely comes off as one of the most experienced. I think that shows in his performance. more walking. Again though, how well trained would that monkey be up there in the middle of the fucking, you know what I mean, like this location and stuff like that, and the monkey's off and about, and it's in a real jungle. Like, when you got GPS on him, he fucks off. Again though, you look at budget and stuff like that, and you were just like, nah, because then you need a monkey for a start, but then you need a monkey wrangler. Oh, and there he is. The guy from the very start of the movie. Oh no, it's not. It's the guy on the boat whose eye popped out. Anaconda. It's after you. And then the stall again. Fucking hell. So he's trying to now just explain him, right. The Anaconda we made a phone call trying to get off, and it's killed him. Unless it's mating season. It's mating season. This is so cheesy. Again, when it came off the back of the boat, just there's something menacing about the original Anaconda. The head, the you know, like just staring in the just great. Even the artwork when the menu screen's playing, it's got that really good shot of the Anaconda's head and all that, and it's just class. Oh, getting serious. Hello, Crowy voice. There's another tribe here. Heads, skulls. So if you put your money on now, you would say the lead guy killed the crocodile, would survive. No, that's a great prop. You would say he would survive, and then you would say maybe he's the blonde-haired girl, but then for the other girl to survive and it's quite low. You would say 4 would survive. Oh, that. A prop there, trying to cut it open. So what was I doing in April 2017? Birthday. Blackwater Review. That's a really good film, Blackwater. Crocodile movie. Boot sale. Car park. Road rage. Oh god, fucking hell, was that even video footage of that? Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. Oh, there is, aye. So, just a bit of a story. One day, the car park's free to park in the Metro Centre, but like staff of the Metro Centre have to park in the staff coach car park. And there's one day the space came up right at the front, and I could get in and I stopped because I needed to manoeuvre in. I was going to reverse, and I had to wait for the car coming towards us to get past us. And I was indicating, I was ready, like, you know what I mean. I was in an angle, and then he tried to squeeze behind us, beat me horn, I waved, and I went no, pointing, and he still went and drived, and I lost my temper and actually blocked him in. Got out of the car, went no, I was waiting to go in there to let you past, not for you to go in my car parking space. And I didn't realise there's actually video footage of that. So not that I'm being a Raj, that's probably sounded like, but the fact that, you know, like, he literally, I think at one point his wife had put down a window to look, because obviously he honestly squeezed behind us because I was at an angle to just reverse on this car parking space. Like, people who like not staff should be parking in the Metro Centre, not like in a fucking easy out bay, depending where you're going. A little bit of a montage there about building a raft, but What's he discovered? Ooh, the blood orchid. See, at this point here, like, she is still decision whether to follow him or do the right thing, kind of thing. She knows the quest, but and the other girl, how she's, you know, for what I'm watching this back side, especially there, you know, it's all about the profit, it's all about the money. This decision here should essentially killed three out of four at least. Fucking laying his fick to her. Again though, it's stalled again. Well, I see Anaconda, I want an action movie. So if I've seen the original, they went up the river. And again with this, they've backed them up the river, but like the body count with the originals was so inventive. You had Owen Wilson being all like stuck inside of it. You had the guy wrapped up. You had the guy, John Voight, fucking breaking the lass's neck. Him winking. See, she's not waiting that long for a bath. That should have killed her as well. I am going to the top, and I want a bath. But he gets it. I mean, I probably would have went, right, we're this far, it's up the hill, let's go and get it. Or at least I would have said, right, I'll be back in a couple of hours. At least get it out of my system. But if like if a corporate fucking company wants someone like that, man, they would just send in a fucking full-on boat and all that. They wouldn't send fucking Last Chance Hero. If you look at fucking Deep Blue Sea, I mean, look at the chance of there. They've built a fucking whole underwater facility floating Alcatraz, fucking making sharks' brains bigger just to extract an enzyme for Alzheimer's. You know, it's a whole big like Frankenstein fucking crazy creation. But on this, they're like, nah, take your little crew, take a weekend of work, team building, get the cheapest boat possible for possibly the fountain of youth, basically. She stands up for him. Oh, see, she spills his beans when he could have spilled it. See, odd characters. Oh, it's that a while again. Oh, the glare in the eyes. Ooh, I don't need you. It's a bit loud and proud, really. So I hope you still stick with us for this podcast. It's coming up to 1 o'clock in the morning, I think. As I say, I had some filing to do, but I'm basically waiting on one of my computers uploading the hard targeting. Paul was already in bed with his hot blanket. That's why Paul's not here. Again, I find it's very slow paced. So just gone over the hour and 4. This film wraps in half an hour really, and then credits on the time, but you know, I haven't had a good montage, good team building on the raft. I built the raft. So it goes. Oh, showing off his physique. Of course. Proper shaving with a razor. Of course he cuts themselves. I mean, this is pulling on the whole Indiana Jones though, isn't it? I mean, it is kind of weird. You know, he saves her from a crocodile. Well, not here, but he kills a crocodile for example. And, you know, he's kind of like the Bushman. A very slow, like, delivery of a lot of stuff. Fucking glowing. Both of them got fucking eyes are glowing. Oh, the thunder. Again though, that would have been really good. You know, like a fucking... So yeah, he gets bit by the spider, doesn't he? Oh, oh, hang on, did he find the phone? Ah, so yeah. See, with the audience there, you see, they set it up before. Now he's found it on the sly. There you go. Float up river. See, at this point there, nice there. Him in the background, very subtly. I like that, that's good. I like the imagery a lot. Oh yes. Why didn't you tell me? I mean, at the end of the day, you got the phone, you could ring and go, right, I'm close, send some back up. Does he really have to sacrifice everyone and pull on the evil greediness? But it's a movie. I probably would have had it in the zoo. Literally. I mean, what would you... I mean, snakes on a plane and stuff like that, but like... What would you really do if you were trapped sort of like in an enclosure at a zoo? Of some form. Fucking hell, that was proper dynamo sleight of the hands, that. Like how he put it on there, swooped it back in the pod. But like, what would you do if you were stuck and you just had to defend yourself from a fucking anaconda? And that's fucking quite creepy, that, man. And of course, there's already a snake up in the rafters, isn't there? Morris Chestnut's totally beefed up since, like, in a buff way, like, raw, like from Boys in the Hood, though. Nothing worse than walking through the jungle and then getting some irritation on your feet or something like that. Suspicious. I mean, it's not far. I mean, if anyone was really watching what was going on, they would have seen something like that going down. And yeah, see, I would have had maybe the tail there in the background. Oh, she notices the little blemish on his arm. See, See, I would have had it there, creeping. I mean, yeah, fair enough there, but he's reacted to it, but I would have foreshadowed it a little bit more. Again, though, it's got like the stripes down the side of its face, like looking like demolition. And obviously he's gonna. That's gonna be horrible. That one, yeah. Like paralysed, you can't do anything. You're gonna get fucking swallowed and eaten by a snake. It's fucking insane, like. Oof. And that's pretty cool how to see him getting leaked up there. But there, the CGI there, the teeth, it more looks like a fucking, like alien more than anything. It didn't look like a snake. The teeth just sticking out just don't work for us. Oh, you fucking Larson. This time last night I was still in the garden burning wood. And me fucking wood bin. I've learned my lesson a few times, like, but like the amount of wood I've been burning when it gets to like, right, you should just leave it for 20 minutes to just absorb down a bit, you know. And fucking put this massive like post in. Let's get it'll burn, and like whacking out. And it didn't burn. And then eventually I fucking took it out and I fucking stood on it. Fucking broke it finally, and then this morning it was fucking still there. I was like, fucking hell. Definitely wasn't gonna burn. Oh. Oh, she just went here, zigzag, straight line. Didn't have to fucking draw the fucking circle in the fucking dirt, like. Yeah, it's gone 12 o'clock. Burn fire. Yep. Very grainy. So marsh chestnuts is out. So in theory, going back to the 80s, I mean, again, with like the 80s movies, there definitely would have been one, maybe two left. At this era though, it's like less, more survive. You look at Scream, quite a lot of people that survived the original Scream, you wouldn't have thought would. So it must have performed good enough to warrant. I'll tell you what I might do. I might try and dig out Python. Got a funny story about Python, but I'll have to dig it out and put that on my next solo podcasts. I've seen Python back in the day of VHS, and if anyone's seen me mini short film Welcome to Edinburgh, me and Gally, because Gally was living in Edinburgh at the time, had gone out and we were trashed. And we woke up the next morning and around the corner from Gally's was like a little cafe, and for some reason they had loads of DVDs for sale, and I ended up buying Python. And later on that day when I walked through Edinburgh at the train station, Gally was like, right, I'll see you later, bro. And I was just standing there looking at the board, and I just turned to look behind us, and Will Wheaton was standing right behind us. I was like, what the fuck? And he's dead nice, but Will Wheaton's obviously in fucking Python. Python's one of those movies which is all the CGI. But then you've got a one called King Cobra. I've got, I mean, if you look at any videos and you look around with Blu-rays, King Cobra's always just sitting there, big box VHS. I don't know where the tape's gone. It was in one of my old VHS players, and I think we just moved and it just got lost in the shuffle. But I've always kept the box because it's quite a cool film. It's got like Mr. Miyagi in it, but it's that's a rattlesnake and a king cobra put together, and it's all like a practical effect, and it's got some really startling images. There's one bit where a woman's just staring at the television, and television goes off, and she's just staring at the reflection in the dull television. So what the fuck's that? And the fucking snake's standing right up behind her, like eeriness, and it's fucking proper startling imagery before it gets there. But it's a fucking random story. So we're in the water cave. Jump scare of a scare. Obviously at this point you're thinking that he is actually going to get it. They're underground for a bit. Catacombs. But he doesn't get out of here, does he? So oh, movement in the water. It's a really cool effect, that. Do. Get him, man, fucking. Oh yeah, 'cause he drowns, isn't he? Or you think he drowns? God, that means nothing worse than that. Oh. A good scene, I think. I think he's going to get it. Probably the best scene in the movie, I think. Oh, and he's gone. Wrapped up and drowned. And the torch floats to the top. It's almost like falling into some ice, you know what I mean? And not being able to get back up, it's fucking terrifying, that. There's a clip on Facebook before. There's people playing. They were just at the edge. They weren't right out in the lake, but they were playing Russian roulette with sledgehammer, standing on ice and chucking, like, slamming it down. So I remember jumping in the rocks at New Zealand, and you look down, it's crystal fucking clear water, and like you go in and you just know it's gonna be cold, but then you worry about like stuff like that. Like haggard rocks and stuff like that, you just never know. See, it would have been a bit of a fucking bleak thing, because he, unlike the other guy, in the first movie, he's done nothing. I mean, he's a bit of comedy relief at the start. He's, you know, I mean, I have no idea what the fucking monkey's gone when I'm watching this, but like, the fact that, you know, if he was just to drown, that would have been quite a bleak thing compared to the film. See, the CGI there doesn't look great. It's just like a scene from The Lost Boys. Run! And just walk Kiefer Sutherland up, chase them up the hole. And just chop its fucking head off here. Do you think he's gonna die? Of course he gets stuck. This movie could have done, I think, with about 15 minutes shaved out of it. Comes out with the teeth again, with the teeth. Just too many teeth. There you go. She's surprisingly now going to be this. She's going to survive. Now you think he's going to get killed here? This was all like or pre-vised. But he survives. He work out where the monkey's gone, mate. Oh, there he is. Oh, hi. Fucking just... Unlike the crocodile that you had to stab to fuck, he's going to take his knife that he got back right in the jaw. I mean... And it's it. I mean... Poor thing. I mean, it hit it on the jaw. Now, when we talk about scenes like that, let's talk about the Jungle Book, because in Arcadia, my engine room, obviously I've got a car wrapped around, which you used to be able to see quite good. Now it's got a lot of stuff around it, but there's always just the snake hovering down from the top of my roof. Her appearance in the Jungle Book is very, very creepy, especially before you see it, and the tails and all that hidden between the trees. It's kind of good scene. You think he was going violent? So the only person now to die is... Oh, he's got to get his knife back. It's a weapon of choice. The only one left to die is him. I was sure that the other girl would have like got killed. Sorry. But going back to the VHS books, the original, and like in any press, especially the stuff I've seen, there was always a scene of Ice Cube, and it was either the snake coming up behind him, or the bit where Jennifer Lopez is reaching a hand out to him, and you see him in the water, and he's surrounded by the snake's body, and you think, oh well, Ice Cube dies in that, but he actually doesn't. Fucking oh, his fucking best predator fucking cry in a second. So I haven't got long left to this movie. I know Scott Harrison doesn't approve of the ending, which you kind of agree with him for what happens in a minute, because they're just having an orgy, and these guys are fighting up above this blood orchid, and they end up getting absolutely just all wiped out and blown up for just having an orgy, really. Again, you could have had one big snake problem in the movie. You could have had a crocodile. You could have had that kind of action adventure movie. But to start with Anacondas, it's kind of... Found the boat. See, they could have just took the boat there and fucked off, gone down river, and like been saved, and then just went. The guy in the jungle's a murderer, but no, he knew they were there. Sixth sense. So he maybe could have shot the other girl at this point to show that he was serious. Blicky. Comic Con. Where did I go to? Comic Con? Oh, so yeah, I shoots him in the shoulder. Oh, fucking hell, Comic Con's when I bought, yeah. 2017, Jesus. Nice little lighting effect. See, that's when you use digital effects for good shots like that. Right, no one's realised there's a fucking snake orgy, but of course there is. Now, there is a big bastard in there somewhere. Oof. Fucking blunt trauma. So, he was collecting plug all it, and then he heard them letting off his boat. Got to think he's playing here. 4-on-1. 5 if you include the monkey. So she's going to rebel. So the other girl could have been another victim, really. If it was the 80s, she would have been. So there we go. I guess with spending a lot of money on the snakes, that you could just use the same snakes in a lot of scenes, but I just don't like the teeth on them. You think snakes, you think fangs. You don't think saws. Of course, there even has to be like a fucking fallen log to go across, like King Kong. And of course it would be breaking. So, oh, she's going to drop the bag. Heightened tension. Throw me the bag. I'm wondering how I can go shopping in concert and create a file that's 5.4 gig. I'll just keep making try to shoot, and like, right, you've only got 2 bullets left and there's 4 of us. He gets the bag, and one of them starts paying attention. So there goes the bag. Oh, but the spider's there as well. Oof, good old fashioned fucking punt kick. Oh, tricked by the bag. I mean, he deserves to die. I mean, he gets a pretty brutal death, like. But, so he's got the bag. He gets bit by the spider climbing up, doesn't he? Because even though he's been a bit of a... Oh, there you go. But again, it's making that the fact it comes back on him. It's like bad karma follows you around. There's too many people putting their hands out to reach for people here. It gets confusing about who's grabbing who. But he can't. Now there's a big bastard, I think, when he comes up. She goes in as well. No, she goes hanging. But she just done a fucking... She's bungee jumping. There... This doesn't... 3 snaps. Goes down. Boom. He's totally paralysed, but gets like swiped from the back than the front. Bang! And right in the face as well for no reason. There's a massive fucking... Look at the size of this anaconda here in the middle. Again, them fucking saw teeth. But again, they're just having an orgy. Someone's fell in their pool, they've hit somebody, then someone else fell in, so they're like, well, what's going on? I'm hungry, I've just had sex. And then, one's about to get a fucking flare gun. So she has a moment. She has a Wrigley moment. And again, though, she has the moment. She chucks the oil on, and then him saves the day with the flare gun. And if I keep coming back to the monkey's point of view and shit, and it goes to blow up. Why? Oh, and then the plug it's lost. But like, why would like the snake go down there and instantly blow up everything else? I mean, oh, it's too late. I mean, to be honest with you, right? They should at least had one flower between them, or the bag, because the guy got his justice for being that. I mean, even that poor python there. Just wanted to get out and it fucking gets crushed by a massive rock. It's not gonna kill them. You gotta remember they're in its jungle. And that's just a whole homage to Jurassic Park, that. The fucking canister they would never get back. Quirky. Fade to black. Pan along. Let's see what it ends. I'm going down the board, so she's falling for him. Monkey's still alive. Made friends with her. Pretty big ass fucking monkey, that mine. Imagine that man, he gets shot in the middle of the fucking jungle. Fucking pan by shot. And then it ends with some fucking new metal. Totally shows you the sign of the time. Yeah, it's got some new metal on the track there. But again, spending a bit of cash, no, just a bit of time really. Blue and white font for the end credits, rather than just fading the black. God, there's hardly any like cast in it. But yeah, has no additional hidden bits, fades to black now. It's even got like compasses and stuff. Very art, I mean, blueprint maps and stuff over the end credits, so they've even pushed a bit of time and effort into the end credits rather than just slap you with a black backdrop. It's a fast forward through the end credits there. 2004 Kodak. Yeah, that would have been right about the Matrix, yeah. So again, all you get is a few deleted scenes. What are them? Have a look. It's, oh god, the deleted scenes look a bit funky. It's proper like small tiny letterbox. Scene about them getting on the boat. Additional scene in Bangkok, them getting arrested. Peeking through the cameras. That's quite a lot of actually. Oh look, a snake skin. I mean, that would have made that should have been in the fucking movie. And then a kiss between Morris Chestnut and the girl, which is again a storyline probably a bit too severe. So having seen Multi Mason, this has been the podcast for Anacondas, the hunt for the blood orchid. 6 months between this and the original one I did. I'm not doing the third and the fourth, no way. Thanks to everyone for listening to these podcasts, liking them, disliking them, whatever. Thanks for listening for now. Goodbye for now.